Welcome back to Cataclysm, Dark Days Ahead. Aiden is on the cusp of a great journey across an enormous body of water. Lingering in the distance is our target, a mysterious point of interest we learned about in our dreams. We are this close to learning if Aiden is incredibly wise or absolutely crazy. And danger looms on the horizon, which Aiden is likely going to charge headforth into. We have done a couple things. We went and gathered a bunch of berries and cherries from some of the nearby trees. We have slept through the night and woken up bright and early at 5:45 in the morning. And I also used this deep water over here to test what needs to be in a Ziploc bag. And we added quite a few things into our Ziploc bag. Let me see if I can find it real quick. Basic idea is that I added basically all of my electronics. We have the archive in there, which I said 0 battery because I was reading it all night. We have battery replacements if we need to. We have the cell phone, MP3 player, flashlight, etc., etc. We have a ton of stuff in the Ziploc bag, and I was using the deep water because the deep water warns you whenever you're going to get something wet or destroy it, in order to figure out what needs to be in there. But with that, I think we are just about ready to go. I want to kind of make a beeline to the northwest as early as possible. So we're just gonna see how this goes. There's a chance that this is completely uneventful. It looks like we'll have to unfortunately stay zoomed out, which I'm sorry. I know that it's kind of a little bit harder to see. Everything's very pixelated, but I need to be able to see this little indicator down here to see where I'm going. And it doesn't look like I'm trying to drive into the land here. So we're gonna just kind of row in reverse for a few seconds here. And then you know what? Let's go farther back away. Let's just not worry at all about hitting the coast. And then we will turn. And it looks like we are, let me actually look at my messages here. We are oversteering a lot and turning slower a lot. And I imagine that's probably because we have no skill in vehicles. But we already have 16% skill in vehicles. And I am pushing forward, by the way. Yeah, 7 miles per hour is my max speed. Okay. Well, I'm not too worried about going too fast here. My view distance isn't exactly the best, but I do see that there's some sort of horde of some sort off to the west there. So we probably want to avoid that. We do have safe mode on. So if there's something... Oh, we can also see the zombie hordes on our mini-map. I do kind of want to head more westward. So once we get north of this... Ooh. See, this is something that we need to worry about. It is slower than us, but this is a... Oh man, I'm going to butcher this name in. Acrocanthosaurus zombie. The shambling corpse of a huge bipedal dinosaur predator with tall ridge running down the length of its back covering its heavy muscles. Its teeth are curved and serrated like saw blades. It is slower than our vehicle, and it can't see our current location, so we're going to... It sinks into the deep water. Ooh. I don't like that. I want to go a little bit farther west. I mean, we are basically out here rowing a damn boat. Like, this is... And our activity is active the whole time. We have a Diplodocus zombie. I've played Ark Survival. I know what a Diplodocus is. There we go. We were struggling with steering for a second there. That's actually a big deal. We need to worry about that more than I thought. Okay. I want to... What just happened? There's also a flail fiend up there. Huge, long-necked, four-legged dinosaur corpse, even, with a long, whip-like tail and its tiny head, vacant white eyes, sways and staggers. Its entire body bulges with distended muscles and swollen, festering wounds. I'm kind of curious. Yeah, fatally dangerous. In a fight, it can grab. Yeah, screw that noise. I want to head farther to the west here. And then I guess now that we're between some zombie hordes, we're going to head to the north. I'm curious if we're already at 50% vehicles. What are scorpion nymph? What the hell's that? The nymph of a Oh, nymph is like, I remember this now from biology class. Nymphs are like the baby form of some creatures. So there is a horde marked on the map up ahead here. So I just want to get north of that horde. And yeah, we're going to have to play at basically max zoom for a little bit here. Just be a little tiny dot on the screen. Because realistically speaking, I have no other choice. And Aiden is kind of looking at this situation and, you know, he's kind of new to the whole sailing thing, but we're trying our best. And this lake is kind of enormous. So we have a lot of room. What are those? Pterodons. Much faster than us. Okay, let's avoid those. This would probably be a lot less dangerous if not for dinosaurs. There's an Allosaurus. Oh, that's a terrifying... Allosauruses are like larger than T-Rexes, I do think, as Aiden kind of sits here and thinks about all of his Allosaurus facts, and the fact that, like, well, yeah, they are the real predators of the ancient periods. I don't know if it's Jurassic or Paleolithic periods, but Allosauruses were absolutely horrifyingly, terrifyingly dangerous. T-Rexes are, realistically speaking, just less scary than them on average, but they don't get as much credit for how scary they were compared to a T-Rex. Just T-Rexes are just... they're more marketable by, like, Disney and Spielberg and all that, and it has randomly gotten darker again. It was really bright for a moment there. Oh, I see why. I just noticed that the weather, it's foggy. I wonder if night eyes will help with that at all. No. We are finally starting to lose some stamina. It was ticking up and down from the top. Okay, so now that we've lost a little bit of stamina, I do want to set at 0 for a moment and see if we can recover stamina by just sitting still. We can. Okay. So we can recover stamina every once in a while by sitting still and recovering that way. I wish I could see farther right now. I do kind of want to head west before we go north. Aiden has kind of spotted some things off in the distance before across this lake, and I'm kind of hoping that we can get our eyes on them. I'm mostly using the mini-map to navigate at this point, checking the map every once in a while, because we're not making a ton of distance, but, like, if you think about it, you know, it took us an entire day to cross this really short distance, and now we've crossed all of this using the water. Perhaps moving around via the water isn't a bad idea after all. Aiden also wonders about making some sort of land vehicle, possibly repairing a car, or who knows, finding a tank or something like that would be really interesting as well, because this amount of movement... What the hell is that? What? I'm sorry, excuse me, what now? We found... Okay. Aiden sees in the fog something deeply, deeply dangerous, deeply concerning, really fascinating. Okay, we're gonna bank towards that. Yeah, it's like huge, isn't it? We found a military aircraft carrier. Turning is like the real issue, apparently. We found a Haplocanthosaurus. Okay. Just another long net. Okay. There is a lot of... Yep. Ceratosaurus. Ceratosaurus is another gigantic sauropod. And yeah, that's gonna be in our way. We're gonna slow down and back up a little bit so that we're out of the range of it. How close did we manage to get? Okay, let's maybe go slightly different way here. Looks like there's a horde to our south. I want to check out this aircraft carrier. Can you imagine the kinds of things we might be able to find on a military aircraft carrier? You know, this is going to be potentially insane. I can imagine, as Aiden kind of thinks about what all is involved in a military aircraft carrier, there could be like hundreds, if not thousands, of people aboard it, and they'd all be sitting in military gear. And if you can imagine, even running into a single military feral who is smart enough to use their gun, cognizant enough to use their gun, could be the end of us. So there's 2 pterodons in the distance. They're tracking, but they're pretty far away. They're not attacking us. Okay, we're pretty close now. And the fog just let up, which allows us to see everything around us, but it doesn't seem like anything sees us. There's another Allosaurus and a Seats, which are both sauropods as well and are a problem. They're not as much of a problem as some of these others, though. I think I liked the fog better. Oh, do we have an eye on this now? I keep trying to zoom out, thinking I can zoom out further, and I can't. Okay, we're gonna just try and get an eye on this. Pterodons are behind us. There is... It's just a little bit farther down now. Oh, we are hearing stuff about zombie medics, bloated zombies, zombie mariner. I don't know what a zombie mariner even is. Yep, there's a bloated zombie in the water there. And there's the edge of the Aircraft carrier. How do we approach this? Okay, let's go ahead and stop. Back up a tiny bit. We're going to turn this way. We're going to use reverse to turn whenever possible, because if we lose control of the craft, which Aiden is likened to do pretty much consistently at this point, we won't have too much of a problem. There's a zombie mariner still dressed in the ragged remains of deep blue naval fatigues. It's clear that this walking corpse was once a sailor of some description. The U.S. Navy's insignia is embroidered on the shredded sleeve and shoulder of its bloodied jacket. The dead crewman's battered cap is beaten into the remains of its fractured skull, and its inky black eyes are scanning around the area as it drips dark ooze from its limply hanging maw. It's mildly dangerous. What does it look like? Oh, yeah. It is definitely a zombie sailor. I was about to say the other word. Okay. Here's an interesting point, though. Because we're in the water, and on a raft of all things, we're mostly just seeing a metal wall here. So perhaps we go this way. We use the reverse to change direction again. So the idea here... Ooh, that's a lot. Zombie Marines. Oh, zombie military pilot. Oh, that is so dangerous. Oh my gosh. I mean, they're zombies, right? So, like, they don't have... Zombies usually are fully taken over by whatever sort of inky black substance lies within these creatures, and therefore they don't have the intelligence or manual dexterity to operate guns, but they are fully decked out in armor from head to toe. Dressed head to toe in naval combat equipment with the marine insignia embroidered on its gear, this lurching corpse still retains its physical fitness in death. Oh, that's a... Why did you have to tell us that? That's horrible. From underneath its helm, inky black eyes scan the area around it. As once a pilot, once a pilot, it is wearing a flight suit and a sturdy-looking flight helmet. The head twitches and adjusts constantly, following any and every source of movement. So the zombie military pilot is going to be equivalent to like a zombie shrieker, I would have to assume, as it's going to very quickly identify us. This is so dangerous. Oh my gosh. Okay, let's head a little bit farther out. Nothing has spotted us yet. Oh my gosh, the Allosaurus, the Apatosaurus zombie is only a slightly slower. Yeah, they're only slightly slower than me, going 7 miles per hour. Oh, this is so dangerous. If I get caught by a single one of these, I can pretty much guarantee our death. So what I want to do, did one of these just see us? Apatosaurus zombie hits something. Everything's slower than us while we're on our raft. So as long as we don't get close, we should be able to run still. I want to get around these Apatosaurus zombies. They don't see us. They're too far away from us. I think they're chasing like water striders and birds. It's still only 6 a.m. and we're still completely fresh, so we have plenty of time to check this out. So I'm sorry, what? Oh, I really thought that that's funny. So I really thought that I was stuck in place because I was using these cormorants as my point of, like, my stable point, right? My enemy's gate was down. My enemy's gate was cormorant. If you know, you know. And I thought I was stuck in place, but no, it's because they were moving at the same speed as me. So I was just kind of going out into nowhere here. So what we're going to do is we're going to try and go south here. Let's head inwards till we spot something. I want to see if we can find a different entrance or like some sort of entrance to this thing. I really do just think that this is an absolutely terrible idea, but Aiden is just so enthused to find such an interesting piece of old world military tech. Turn on fast scrolling. Ooh, what's that? What's that? Oh, metal railing. Okay. This is the moment of truth. Aiden peers into the distance and sees a loading ramp of some regard that is lowered all the way down into the water. Do we board? Okay, so here's what I'm thinking. The raft doesn't travel very fast backwards, right? But it travels very quickly forwards. So what we're going to do is we're going to get close here. From southeast and above, you hear pow. We hear 12 gunshots. Oh, this is the worst idea Aiden has ever had. And he is a man compelled by bad ideas. We hear so many gunshots. So here's the idea. We're going to turn the craft around, park it here. Okay. Stop driving. Pull out our pipe spear. Reach the aircraft carrier. The singular? Interesting. I've never managed to do this. In the layer above us, we can see... Wait, why do we have vision of all this all of a sudden? That's super weird, right? That's a bug, obviously. That's obviously a bug. Okay, we are hearing some clangs as well. Clangs are not as bad. Okay, so we're going to get a chance to see how bad a zombie marauder is. We take a sweep at it. We do manage to do 16 piercing damage. We're going to shove it back. Lose our concentration. We're going to preserve our stamina as much as possible. Army pants, cigarette packs. It's an 8-point cap, also known as utility cover, utility cap. It's an 8-pointed hat with a baseball-style visor, commonly worn by Marines and sailors. Oh, didn't know. Neat. And a tool belt. We're going to take the army pants, and we're going to offload these army pants into our thing here. Man, I am so nervous. I don't think I've ever been more nervous. We're going to go ahead and... Can we not pry this? Close metal door. Zombie military pilot. Okay, hold on. We're going to pull out the spear. Is he faster than us when we're running? No, much slower. Push him back. Oh, stab him! We did... Oh, no, we didn't do a lot of damage. He just was already weak. Push him back, kill him. Okay, catch our breath. Zombie technician spotted. He's out in the water, though. Military flight suit. Arms, legs, and torso. With very little encumbrance. Interesting. Oh, but it doesn't provide any protection. It's just clothing. That is really nice, though. I think I am... Despite the fact that it doesn't provide any clothing... Where is that Sietz zombie? Excuse me. Oh, it's close enough that we can kind of see it. It's probably... Oh, I didn't think about this. They're probably being drawn by the gunfire. All of the zombies nearby are being drawn by the gunfire. Oh, this is so dangerous. Okay, are they coming towards us? I just want to know about that. The Sietz zombie is coming towards us. I mean, okay, so hear me out. Stupid idea. Technically, if we go inside here, the Sietz can't get to us. Welding goggles. Even if we left right now, this arc welder, heavy duty flashlight. Even if we leave right now, this has already been valuable. We've got a full welding kit. How overloaded are we? Not at all. Okay. We can lockpick these doors. Okay, checking upstairs. A portable soldering iron. I don't actually have one of those. What's a crash axe? Short, lightweight emergency tool with a quarter circular blade, a short pick opposite the blade, an insulated handle used on fireplanes to chop down or pry walls or cabinets to gain access. Oh my gosh, it's 96 moves per attack, 20 cut, 10 bash. That's a freaking amazing weapon. We also have a full fire axe here, which I do like the idea of a fire axe as a melee weapon. The problem is that this base moves per attack is very, very low. Oh, that's 30 damage on, and I mean, that's nearly 60 damage. 2% stamina to swing, 0.8% stamina. See, that's where we're looking right there. So we're going to equip that. Can we pick up the fire axe? I don't know if we need anything. We need these antiseptic in the pouches here. That's going to, okay, we're going to close one of these doors. Doors to the south. We're going to check inside this building. We're going to use the peek feature quite frequently here. There's a feral crewman, still dressed in a grease-spattered uniform. This crewman appears to have once been a naval engineer with tangled hair, oil-stained working attire, and a lug wrench clenched in their fist. You assume that they were either assigned to shipside maintenance or responsible for servicing onboard aircraft. Now, all that's left of the crewman that this person once was a madly twitching psychopathic monster. The doors inside are closed, though, so we could take a step into the doorway here. What's the range on our force shove right now? 7. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 6. We can probably reach him. So we could take a step in the door. Ah, he is just out of our range, huh? We're going to take one more step. Or shove him. We shoved him once. Oh, we almost killed him with that shove. Shove him again. Whoa. Okay, close the door. Press the corpse. Lug wrench. Oh, every second we spend in here. Military operations map. Every second we spend in here, we are in danger, and our life is just terribly, horribly, ostensibly in danger here. Our satellite map, military operations map. But the things we could get. Okay, peek. See anything? Continue peeking. The important thing here is, okay, there's one open door there. Is the other door open? The other door is closed. Okay, there's a zombie marine there. We're gonna push him back. Close the door. This won't stop a feral, obviously. Shove the zombie marine again. Okay, catch your breath. Ooh, that was so many clangs. And let's check everything. Bunch of these first aid boxes. Like, this would be amazing for the average survivor, but there's just not as much stuff in here for Aiden literally regenerates. We don't need this stuff. Okay. Ultralight batteries, army helmets, combat boots, knee pads. Are those better than our current knee pads? Because of the damage, they're currently covering 4% of their legs. I mean, they have 0 encumbrance, so there's that, I guess. And I'm going to take the army helmets for the sole purpose of probably destroying it. IEEE set software. Okay. Let's go ahead and we'll store this book. That door is locked. Door's unlocked. Peek out. Okay, we don't see anything, but there is an unlocked door at the opposite side of the room. 2 more arc welders. A hacksaw. Is that better than... I mean, I think it has 2 metal sawing on it. It's probably better than what we have. Metal grinding disc. Or an angle grinder. We're going to take what we have. Check downstairs. Okay. There is a zombie mariner down here. And we're going to put everything that we have so far in our thing here. Our boat. And we'll read these maps and drop them. Okay, we dropped a bunch of stuff that couldn't fit in there. Okay, thank God. It said that the arc welder couldn't fit in the folding wood box, but it didn't, despite the fact that it couldn't fit in there, it didn't drop to the ground. I wasn't actually sure how that worked, so I was a little concerned. How full is this wooden box? 28 out of 30. Okay. Is there any other boxes that we could install? If we found a steel frame, we could install with our current abilities a box. We might be able to find a steel frame around here somewhere. This door is open. Keep. That is a zombie marine. Oh. We're gonna push that guy back. How do we want to handle this? Okay. So this other guy that we just pushed is probably over here in the darkness now. But he can see us because we're standing in the lights. We could close the door. They're probably never going to be able to break it open. I think we play it safe. We just closed the door. That mariner just sank into the water. Okay, that's an electronically locked door there. Electronically locked door. We hear a lot of clanging. I think the clanging is just things beating on things. Electronically locked door. Northeast and below we hear smash. Okay. Peek. Keep peeking. Okay, we see a zombie marine. Only one. We can take it out. I forgot that that's a thing that could happen. Oh, shady zombie. Okay, that's not the worst. But there could be night stalkers in here. Okay, we killed the marine. Wait for the shady zombie to catch back up to us. You know what? Screw it. This is how you deal with a shady zombie. Turn on our flashlight. He managed to bite us. Staggered us immediately. Shove it back. Okay, turn our flashlight back off. So we'll probably want to flash our flashlight as we enter rooms then. I accidentally turned on the wrong flashlight. Here we go. I have one of them bound to a key. That's the only reason I say wrong. Okay, let's wait a moment. We're in a minimal amount of pain, so we're fine. We're fine. There's a cash card there. 8-point cap. Who cares? Paper rubber band. Perfect throw. Battery charger. Stereo system. This guy has combat boots. Flame resistant socks. Kind of want the flame resistant socks. I also kind of want the combat boots. 100% coverage of the feet. Yeah, those are very much worth my time. You know what? I can probably get those somewhere else, though. We're going to store the perfect throw, and we're going to close doors behind us. Okay. See a lot of water tanks over here. This room's empty. Turn on the flashlight. Turn off the flashlight. Nothing in here. Okay. Trapper's life. Store that. I'm going to... There's a zombie mariner. God, he's fast. Shove him back as Aiden blasts him into one of the computer consoles. We had slightly the wrong angle, so he went flying into the room. We're going to run. Oh, we see a medic and another marine. We're going to crush this one down. Take a moment to catch a bestial Stalker. What? What? Extremely dangerous. Lumbering on all fours, this mutated beast's dagger-like claws clack against the ground as it predatorily moves, thick strands of exposed muscle tissue running across its rotting body. The additions of its new bulk has caused the skin along its arms and back to split, and the brute's teeth have extended into spikes of bone. The marine insignias on the remains of the creature's pulverized gear are only testaments to the soldier that this hulking abomination used to be. It is faster than us, significantly. I want to run real quick and then check again. Slower. Okay, so we can outrun it theoretically. Speaking of theoreticals, I want to check. It has hearing and sight. It's large. It doesn't say anything about being able to leap. I think we're gonna close that door. That just seems like the right idea. That's just the right answer, okay? That's just the right answer. Aiden is confident in his abilities, but one thing he isn't is overconfident. We don't think we can handle the majority. I kind of really want to open this door, because if we could get fresh water from in here, we could spend a little while clearing this place. Let's try again. We'll just try one more time. It is spending a lot of our daylight trying to open this door. Yeah, it keeps breaking. That door's closed. That door's locked. This one's locked. Okay. Staircases are so dangerous. As we stepped onto the staircase, a military zombie pilot took a whack at us from below. Okay, staircases are just much too dangerous. I'll turn safe mode on real quick while we're moving quickly. Okay, turn safe mode off. You know what? I'm just gonna leave safe mode on. Okay, there's a bunch of zombies downstairs. Zombie officer. An officer dressed in the shredded blue dress of a uniform, a naval officer. This undead corpse has evidently a higher ranking crewman in life, having more than likely not been clad in body armor. The result now staggers before you. Horrific wounds exposed to the air, large portions of flesh and muscle ripped from its glistening skin. Oh, the only problem is that there's like 3 doors open down there. That kind of terrifies me. I'm really shocked that we haven't run into more ferals. Right? What is that? Feral crewman. Oh my gosh, there are so many zombies in that room beyond. Let's wait just one moment. Push this guy backwards. Take down the feral. Silently and deadly. There's another feral crewman in there. We're in very dark light. Are we currently concentrating on night eyes? We are. We're in a little bit of pain. We'll take one step forward. Okay. Peeking. Looks like we have far more problems than we can deal with. We're going back out and close the door. Oh, Aiden is shaking, partially with excitement, partially with fear, as he knows one wrong move in this place would spell his instantaneous demise. East and below, we hear a smash. Something just got broken. Aiden is speechless as he opens a door to one of the main wings, the main areas of this aircraft carrier. He knew there could be hundreds, but they're just beyond this door. A feral marine. 2 feral marines. 3 feral marines. Oh. If we were to step out this door, we would die instantaneously as a hail of gunfire from these marines that are feral, meaning they still have rifles to fire and the knowledge of how to do it, would descend upon us. We're going to close that door, and to be honest, we're going to run. They could open that door at any point. Okay. So anywhere else we can travel that isn't the main area. We might be able to get farther south. We know this room is dangerous, and we've seen now that the door's open, so that room's even more dangerous than I previously thought. Yeah, it looks like we might be able to go a little bit farther south through this area. Oh, but we have a stopgap right here. This wall right here will stop us. This might be the end of our excursion here. At least for now. We know that, oh my god, it's so big too, and it was so close to shore this entire time. That is truly amazing. Oh, okay. So as much as I hate to do it, as much as I really want to keep exploring this, I think it is just literally the worst possible idea known to man. We are going to get back onto our craft, take control of the raft, and move away from the aircraft carrier. We will return, though. The major thing I want to return with is armor that has a ballistic rating. Right now, our armor, like our ballistic vest, for example, does have a decent ballistic rating of 21. And the plates inside, which only have a 27% chance of coverage, have 50. But if they shoot us anywhere other than the chest, we'll probably lose that body part. You have to remember still that Aiden is flimsy and, a poor healer. So if we were to get shot by an assault rifle, we would hear a blam and then see darkness. We would die so quickly, so incredibly quickly. Oh, we see some Haplo-Smashosaurus. Someone had fun naming that one. We're going to use the slowing down trick again to turn. I do think, though, that this is a good time as any for us to end the episode today. Hayden has found a cache of resources that is as dangerous as it will be lucrative in the middle of the ocean. This is not the distant locale that we were imagining. This is not our destination. We are still far, far from our destination, although we can almost see it now hovering in the distance. Only 100 meters, 100 map tiles north now. But with that, I'm going to have to end the episode here. I hope you guys have enjoyed this episode. If you have, please don't forget to like and subscribe for more Cataclysm and hard video games. I will catch you next time. Goodbye.